Hey deer, you're dead, right?
In last week's episode, we kicked off deer season by knocking down this beautiful, atypical mature buck on opening day on South Florida's public land. But the fun wasn't over. My cameraman, Aiden, still had a tag to fill. And while an attempt to double up with me didn't go as planned, that only meant that we got to keep on hunting.
We slept in this morning. It is late. It's like 10 o'clock. We're going to head out and see if we can't get Aiden here.
Yes, sir.
Would this be your first buck on with a bow?
Bow, yeah. This is my first archery season in Florida.
This is his first time hunting archery in Florida. So we're going to try and get him his first archery buck. And there's plenty of them out there. So stay tuned. This should be an awesome episode. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about it, and let's go get a buck. All right, here we go, party time. Guide mode activated.
Not long after leaving the truck, cruising around on our e-bikes through these prairies, we spotted what looked to be a shooter buck. Unfortunately, this buck was standing out in the middle of a huge prairie, making it incredibly difficult to try to approach it. But that didn't mean we weren't going to try.
I think we need to get our way over to the tree line. Well, since we know these are does, we can just blow these out of here and beeline it to the tree line here, and then start working our way back towards these. So we got the wind in our favor. If they are bucks, that's the move. So we might as well go that way, right?
As we started making our way across the prairie, the deer actually started moving towards the tree line that we were going towards. It looked like we were going to be in a pretty good position to get in front of these deer.
All right, so we spotted a really nice buck. Still can't tell exactly what it is, but it's definitely a shooter. He's with a bunch of does, and I have a feeling I know which buck it is. Right now, they're kind of looking out into the open, and we're trying to get in front of them. I think if we pop out over here, there's a gate here so we can get through to where they are and get in front of them. So you do the same for me. They're around this bend. They're either going to circle around the backside or come this way. So I don't know what the best move is. Let me look at the map real quick. Wait, I just got a picture. Hopefully it's right there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Load, you bastard. So I think, let me pull up the map. I think the best move is to go around the back.
The weather conditions in this area had been incredibly dry over the past few weeks, and moving through these crunchy oak hammocks made it so difficult to not alert these deer.
This squirrel's about to bark at us. If it starts barking, it's going to alert the deer.
We took our time moving through the oak hammocks, and we made almost no sound. But when we got to the other side, where we expected to find the buck, all we found was hogs and does. This buck was nowhere to be found.
Well, at least it's easy to see if they have antlers now, because they're all looking at us. 3 does. There's one right there, too. That buck legit gave us the slip. because our wind is blowing this way. If we pop out here and he's out in the field, our wind's coming. I think we should sneak through here because our wind's blowing in there anyway. Yeah.
After we circled back to where we initially saw him, we found that he had turned right back around and headed back to the prairie where he felt most comfortable. I suppose we shouldn't be surprised because the bucks in this area have learned that they are almost unapproachable in these prairies and they are so incredibly safe. We had to come up with a new game plan.
There's a little buck coming in from the left.
To the left of this palmetto right here.
Oh, dude, he's going into those fucking oaks. I think we need to get to the bikes and rip around to those oaks, dude. I think he's going there.
Okay.
Like, and we need to do it without being seen. So let's get through these oaks here. Our bikes are back there. Let's go. We don't have the sun on us, so we can move. Is this gonna work? I don't know. Probably not. We're gonna try. It's probably gonna fail, yeah.
One of the things that makes spot and stalk hunting so fun is that you know that you're playing a low odds game. And oftentimes you're going to be presented with a situation that is not optimal, and you have to adapt to try to make it work.
I'll catch up.
There's no right way to do things. In fact, you can go about it in a variety of different ways. Some people might have chosen to play this safe and come back the next day to see if this buck was in a better position. But we decided to get aggressive and do something crazy. We knew the chances that it was going to work were pretty low, but we also knew that if it did, it would make a hell of a story.
Should I just show them the decoy? See what they do? Well, then it's probably a good time to show them the decoy. Okay. But you just stay low, okay? Stay behind the decoy. And he's gone. He's to the left over there. Yeah. I don't know, we'll figure that out later. Right now my shoulders are killing me. Let's get the fuck out of here. That actually worked like surprisingly well. Pretty dark. Yeah, let's get out of here. They can't see us anymore. Alright. It's morning 3 and we just got to a spot. Apparently the landowners here don't want hunters around, so they laid some barbed wire out one of the spots we went to yesterday. I rode over it. I thought we were good, but the tire was flat this morning. Luckily, there's another hunter here. He has an e-bike sitting next to his truck, and there was a pump on it, so I borrowed it. So whoever you are, thank you for being prepared, saving our hunt.
We headed back out to the area where I had shot my buck just a few days before, and quickly found another buck.
shooter for sure. In fact, it might be the one that you shot at. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, he's definitely, I think it's the one you shot at. Yeah. He's following that doe. That makes him stupid. Alright, we need to get up behind this. We'll peek at him. He's gotta move himself into a position where we can get close to him. But he's focused on that doe, so make sure the doe doesn't see us. And it's probably the same fucking doe.
It seemed like every time we made a move to get in position on this deer, it would change its direction and walk somewhere else. We were really struggling to get ahead of this buck.
Yeah, I see him. Let's go. The problem is, I think the wind is not blowing to the right. Come this way. The wind's blowing that way. It's not good.
We finally saw an opportunity to use some brush out in the middle of this prairie to get as close as possible to this buck. Unfortunately, by the time we got in position, this buck and his does had taken up residence right next to some cows that were out in this field, and that only meant that there were more eyes looking around for potential predators that could be approaching.
He's right up here. Oh, don't, and make sure there's no grass stuck in your cans when you get over there. You can crawl normal through this, but like once you get, I don't want to rush you, but hurry up, because he's coming, dude.
After waiting it out for a while, our luck seemed to change. 3 does showed up on the edge of the field and got the buck's attention. But in order to position himself downwind of these does, he actually started walking directly towards where we were set up. All we had to do was get to that palm tree, and we were going to get perfect opportunity to shoot this buck.
Dude, he's coming towards us, man. He's coming. Hey, he's coming. Dude, he's coming. If you can get up there, dude, you can kill him. Dude. Hold on. Dude, you might be able to shoot him from right where you're at. He's coming. Yo, he's gonna come to the left. Dude, he's gonna walk by at fucking 20 yards right here on the left. I can't get a range. I'm gonna grunt at him. Don't shoot yet.
Unfortunately, things happened too fast and we weren't able to get in position quick enough. The buck passed by, probably inside of 40 yards, but without getting a proper range, Aiden just didn't feel comfortable taking that shot. That's a really tough call to make, but it was the right one.
I can't get a range. He's a long ways away, man. I'm try and grunt again. On him, man. I was way too far to just fling one. It's right there, though. I know. Look, if I was right here. Oh yeah, 100%. He was 20 yards from here. Where are you going, Buck? Is there another doe over there? What are you doing? Oh, she's coming here. What are you doing, Buck? Why are you walking that way?
For a moment, it looked like this doe was going to lead the buck directly to us and give us a second chance. But he continued to chase her around the field, and eventually he chased her right off that field and out of our lives for good. All we could do now was go home, regroup, and come back out for the afternoon.
All right, guys, what's happening? We just sat through a torrential downpour, and there's a buck out in this field. Obviously, there's thunder, there's lightning, things are crazy, but we don't have a lot of opportunities left. We're gonna try and make them count. He's hot on a doe. He is focused on this doe. So I think there's a good chance we can get close to him. We're gonna be soaking wet by the time we get there. Cross though, so we were gone for a little while. Like, it might be back here. Like, I don't know. Facing this way. I got him. Over there, straight across. He's like, no, these smaller bushes here, he's on the south side. Here's our move, I think. The wind seems to be coming towards us from there. I think we can go up here and around, use these bushes to get up there. We can sneak around the edge right to them. The only thing is the wind's blowing this way. So let's get up here and we'll use these bushes to get around to them. Once we get to this bush up here, we should be starting to get pretty close. Looks like there's multiple deer in here. Are you ready to forget these bugs exist?
We finally made it to within 75 yards of this buck, but because of the direction of the wind and the lack of cover, we simply couldn't get any closer. We just had to hope that the buck would move towards us. But after waiting for a solid 30 minutes, the buck started moving away from us, which isn't surprising considering that these deer spend their lives out in these prairies and these habitats trying to avoid predators. They know how to use the wind and they know how to use the terrain. So most of the time you're fighting a losing battle. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to try. In this case, we went home empty-handed again, but we still had one more morning to make it count.
got some pigs here. We're gonna see if we can get close to them.
These hogs had showed up so quickly when we got out of our car, we didn't even have time to get our stuff ready. So by the time we got to them, we realized that my rangefinder was in the truck, and Aiden's rangefinder wasn't working. So we had to guess. Luckily, we had 2 shooters, 2 bows, and that meant that we could both shoot at different distances, and hope that one of us guessed right.
Yeah, you did. You shot for 50? You smoked that hog, he's done. I used the wrong broadhead.
My release just broke.
What?
My release just broke.
It broke?
Yeah.
Well, it broke in the best way because you fucking smoked that hog.
It looked like Aiden's arrow was right in the money. Mine was nowhere to be found. Now came the next problem. As soon as we shot, they ran onto private property, and we don't have permission to go in there.
Because I put my 40 pin like on that bigger one.
We stood around deliberating for a while what we should do. But luckily, some of the ranchers actually drove by. We flagged them down, and they gave us permission to go in there and grab them. They didn't want their faces to be shown on camera, so we don't have any footage of the recovery.
Mine fucking. My arrows somewhere around.
Alright guys, that is a wrap. Look, I only have 15 minutes of recording left on this car.
A lot of good content.
It's got enough room for like 6 hours.
There might be a buck right here.
There might be. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was kind of unexpected. We literally parked the car and there was hogs right there. We went in. I flung an arrow into Narnia and he freaking drilled one. So, yeah, we've been grinding it out for like 4 days, so it's good. It's good that you got something. Yeah. Anyway, if you liked it, make sure you subscribe, like the video, share with a friend, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.